It's not even fair. To a professional virgin like me, I look at videos like this and I realize that I've been wasting my time. I've been doing magic tricks for the better part of 24 years. I'm the proprietor of the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of 1,500 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be. Offer the low, low price of a single White Claw a month, which is $5, the equivalent of $5. You can get access to all those videos. And on top of that, I'm always uploading new content every single week. And yet I find myself conflicted as to having wasted my time watching people like Tommy Wonder perform. In this case, on a previous video, we looked at his ambitious card routine. And today's full-on virginity video, we're going to be taking a look at his effect that he calls tamed cards, which is his take on the classic wild card routine, where a small packet of cards turns into another card introduced separately. We're going to get into all the things that I hate about this particular style of routine later on, but for now, I just want you to pay attention to the introduction of how he gets into this effect.
Yeah, that was just a little thing I learned from my mother. And sorry, it's
Time to go?
no, it's time for my hobby. You don't mind I do my hobby now, continue the magic later? Okay. Just make it. Janelle, I would like you to point to a card when I say so. Not before, not after. It's a couple more seconds. I'll tell you when. Point to a card now. Exactly. Thank you. That's good. No, I mean, really, perfectly on time. No, exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's, no, maybe I explain, it's my hobby. I collect playing cards, which are chosen exactly at this time. So I had to put this in the show.
So right off the bat, we're introduced to a reason as to why this effect is being performed or gonna be performed to an audience. In this case, it's his hobby, and as eccentric and as weird as it may be, it ties in perfectly to his character. We have an alarm sound that randomly rings up, and it just so happens that, well, it's his hobby time, and his hobby is collecting playing cards that are specifically chosen at a certain time. And therefore, he's gonna have a small collection of playing cards. But what I want you to notice here specifically is his character work, how aggressively Tommy Wonder is dedicated to his character. Right now, there's a lot of tension. He's very tense because he has to have her pick a card at a specific time, and he might not make it, which is why you see him very tense. This is an example of what a master looks like at work, which is full dedication to his craft and full commitment to the character and the bit. And here, the bit is what allows the effect to actually be as impressive as it is. Ordinarily, when it comes to the wild card routine, you take out a little wallet, a little plastic wallet that looks like you got a fucking, I don't know, an AIDS card in it. And then you have 8 cards that are the same and 1 card that's different. And one at a time, those 8 cards turn into that different card, and they might turn back at the end if the magician feels like it's a big twist. And then everybody's coming and kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. And then you, I don't know, move on and sign up to the fucking registry where you belong. But Tommy Wonder does it in a way that makes sense. Why would he have a packet of, I don't know, 8 cards that are the same? Well, it just so happens to coincide with his hobby. His hobby is collecting playing cards, and you're going to see in a moment that the playing cards all happen to be the exact same card. I wonder where this is going to go.
No, it's true. I have quite a collection. These cards are chosen by different people, different places in the world. And you notice it's always the 4 of clubs. Always at this time. Yeah, it's always I don't know why people always choose 4 of clubs, but I think there is some scientific reason for it. I don't know, but anyway, it's not so important.
It's her birthday.
Is that the thing?
That's what happened.
Could very well be, yeah.
She wanted a princess.
Yeah. But birthday or not, it's the wrong card.
Now, the sleight of hand in this trick is nothing new. Everything is essentially the original handling of, I believe, Peter Kane's wild card with some additional twists. However, the way he covers everything is immaculate. You could see that he's going to have to do a packet switch here in a bit, and he covers it by pointing at his watch, which is a very logical motivation considering his pattern. But the actual methodology is nothing interesting. What is interesting is the presentation and the character work. That's what you want to get from this. This is a masterclass in essentially what is acting during a magic trick. A lot of people overact and a lot of people get into it, whereas Tommy Wonder, he plays into this role of this sort of weird eccentric guy, and it works perfectly for him because you would expect that a guy like this would have a fucking collection of playing cards that he picks at this specific time. And there's no need to overbash into humor. The humor is right there, hitting him in the face without him having to really say much. In this case, he takes the time to notice the card being a different one, and he gives her a menacing glare as if it's her fault. So he's blaming her for the fact that, well, his hobby's now been ruined because he's had a nice collection of what looks like to be the 4 of clubs, and this idiot decides to pick the wrong card. It's her fault. And of course, this is what plays into the larger portion of the effect.
No, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, not even remotely does it look like it. I mean, it's totally different. Okay, the back is fine. The back is fine, but I don't know. Do you mind if I change your card to a 4 of clubs? I can put it in a collection. Okay.
I don't mind.
Ah, okay. It's very simple to change a card because you just put another 4 of clubs on top and you rub. If you watch carefully, it starts to imitate the 4 of clubs and it becomes what? It becomes a 4. Now you see, normally they do change. Oh. No.
One of Tommy Wonder's biggest, I guess, credences is the idea of conflict. That conflict is the motivating factor in a lot of what we care about. In this case, whenever we watch a movie, it's because of the conflict and to see how the hero solves the conflict. In this case, he's giving himself conflicts, whereas the first effect that he's trying to convey to the audience is that, well, how am I going to fix this problem? I'm a magician. I could solve it by changing the card that you accidentally picked, you idiot, into the card that I want, which is the 4 of clubs. As we could see, that introduces the level of conflict when that card happens to turn into the card that she picked. Very different to the standard handling of the wild card, whereas look at what I could do with cards. In this case, it's why are the cards doing this to me and how could I solve this problem?
You know what? I'll do it differently. I'll just change the collection. Mind you, it's a lot more work for me, but you see, you got a jack of diamonds, so I make jack of diamonds, no? Now, have a look at the cards. Is there anything wrong with them? No double layers, special things, or anything? No.
But they're not 4 clubs anymore.
Method-wise, this is really what sells the effect to the audience. Here in a moment, you notice that he hands her a pile of cards. Typically, when it comes to this routine, you have a number of double facers and a number of gimmick cards, and you can't really hand them out to the audience. Here, he finds a way to do that and gives her the first lot of 4 cards that are completely examinable. Now, the good part about this particular handling is that those cards being examined has the implication that the remaining cards are the exact same, that they're normal, ordinary cards without any sort of gimmickry whatsoever.
No, that's true. Because if you change, you know, it's not heat either. It just changed. Now look here. Rub the card. Does anything go off? Nothing goes off. No. But you rub like this, it changed. No, wait. The last one. Look, it's really.
That's crazy.
This is amazing, huh? Yeah. This is always a designer.
I remember when I was younger, I really wanted to come up with all the parts necessary for this trick, which requires a little bit of wiring, especially back in the day, to make that alarm, and some cards that were gimmicked and a necessity to perform this. I realized I can't. It's impossible. This is a routine that solely exists for one person, and that is Tommy Wonder. With that being said, I do think that there's a lot that you could learn from this. And the main thing, as I've said earlier, is the dedication to the character. If you have a character, stick to it. And also make it somewhat realistic. In this case, it is realistic for an eccentric guy like this to have such a weird and wild hobby like he displays and to show it off to the audience. There is a very noticeable shift in the first half of the routine to the second half, where the first half he's trying to solve a problem and he's trying to figure out how he could fix this bitch's issue where she picked the wrong card. And the second half, it's almost like he's intoxicated with the reactions that he's getting for changing his collection, where he's solved the problem by being a magician and now he realizes, oh wait, people find this interesting. So let me show off to them how I could actually solve this problem using what I know best, which is magic. Watching any one of his performance videos is a masterclass in not only character development, but also in the creation of conflict and the resolution. He's just a master at his craft, and watching him perform in these videos, you see it. Now, yes, the audience is a little bit more rowdy than the standard audience, but if you actually pay attention and look at the audience, which I do because it's full of just the best snacks that magic could afford, you notice that there's a time when they drop their guard and they realize, holy shit, what the fuck? How's he doing this? So they drop the facade of having to, have these wild reactions, and they start reacting genuinely. What videos do you guys want analyzed by your boy Piggy? Let me know, because I am the master analyzer.
I see you again, when 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 I see you again.